What's up, everyone? V here, and I hope everybody watching this has had a wonderful Christmas, or a wonderful Hanukkah, or a wonderful whatever other holiday you might celebrate. And if you don't celebrate holidays at all, I hope you just had a wonderful day yesterday, because this will come out a day after Christmas, because I just didn't have the time to record it for Christmas, and I was tired. But yeah, hopefully you all had a wonderful holiday season. And to celebrate the holidays, I thought, why not have a little bit of a holiday review? But then I tried to think, what in the hell would that be? And then I remembered, like, a month ago, this figure dropped, which is from Hawkeye, which is a Christmas show. It's heavily Christmas related. So I was like, what better way to review something for Christmas than a character from a very Christmassy show? But since Mr. Kingpin here, Wilson Fisk, is a bit of a blander design, I thought, because I got him the other day, why not spice it up a bit and review Daredevil with him? And my pose here was trying to be a get a load of this guy, but it just looks like he's going like Yas Queen. So but yeah, I was like, I found this Daredevil loose, no accessories or anything. And I was like, I won't really be able to review him on his own because he's literally missing everything. So I was like, why not throw him in with the Kingpin review? Since Kingpin's a bit more of just a bland design, it's just a guy in a suit. Why not spice it up with a bit of Daredevil? I'm going preference this by saying I've never watched the Daredevil show. I've only seen clips from it, but it looks good, and people have said it's the best Marvel show, and just a phenomenal show in general. I think that's part of the reason why I haven't watched it. I don't know, I got that mentality of, oh, so many people rave about it that now I kind of don't want to watch it. I don't know, it's weird. But I'll get to it eventually, especially now that he's more into the MCU. That's also probably another reason why I never watched it, was because it wasn't as integrated into the MCU, but now he's in She-Hulk, he's in Hawkeye. They're both probably going to be in the next Spider-Man, hopefully. So I might give it a shot, because I've heard great things. But yeah, if it hasn't been overtly obvious already, today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure Wave, Kingpin from Hawkeye, and the Marvel Legends Daredevil from, I want to say, Swamp Thing's Wave. Might be wrong. Back in like 2018, 2019 from Daredevil. So yeah, a little double review to celebrate the holidays, because why not, right? It's Christmas. I will say, though, the Christmas haul has not been as insane as it was last year. Last year, I still have stuff from last year's Christmas haul that I just haven't reviewed yet, like the Arbiter and Soundwave, just because I haven't really got time. They're not as popular things on my channel. I only got really one figure type thing, which I hope to review. I just still need to figure out how to set it up, but I'll tease it here. Little Hot Toys Spider-Man 2099. Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of really high-end figures in the top 10 this year, because I got money this year. I can buy stuff that's not just Marvel Legends. But yeah, let's get into these figures. Starting off with the packaging. Now, Kingpin's got everything. It's only Daredevil that doesn't have everything. But I was like, I still want to talk about that figure because it's pretty cool. What better way than throw it in with Kingpin? So yeah, we got shot of Kingpin, glam shot. The likeness looks very different in the picture than it does on the figure. He looks meaner. Oh, you can't even really see it. He looks meaner here, which is one complaint I will have with the head. And then interesting artwork on the back. Hawkeye, get a better shot of that. Kingpin, not the Kingpin, not Wilson Fisk, just Kingpin. Hawkeye logo, Marvel Legends 4+. Are we just not going to be in focus? Okay. On the side, Hydra Stomper Bath. You already know how I hate it being like this with no pictures. Wish it was on the back, right here, in all this space that we have with the pictures. Or at least put the pictures next to it. It doesn't even say Kingpin in the list. But the Hydra Stomper, I don't really want it because I have the original, but I got a couple of the parts. I actually kind of like it. And also, I probably will get. I actually have Goliath. Probably get her. I do want Talos because he looks good. Nick Fury looks like trash, and if I like Secret Invasion more, or if I ever finished it, I'd probably like it. Warrior Gamora looks cool. I need a Gamora in my collection, and I also have Yelena. So yeah, and on this side is some very interesting artwork. Um, it doesn't match the rest of the Hawkeye boxes, which have just pictures of the characters, but it's interesting. I guess I think it's influenced by the Hawkeye series of comics that this show took heavy influence from. Couldn't tell you the comic book run because I'm not a comic guy. And here's a picture of Kingpin. I want to acknowledge in this picture he's fixing his tie that he doesn't have, and some accessories. So yeah, that's about it for the packaging. Bringing in the figures. Yeah, he doesn't have a tie, so I don't know what that whole deal is. Also, the lighting's probably going to be atrocious in this, but you know, we move. We'll get better lighting and a better camera eventually. I will acknowledge I don't remember him ever wearing this look in the show. I'm assuming it had to have been in the scene where they figure out it's actually Kingpin, because he's wearing like some Hawaiian red and white shirt. Kind of wish we got that instead. It would have spiced this Kingpin up a bit. But yeah, accessory-wise, he comes with three things. He comes with fists. I mean, do we really need to get an up-close shot of the fists? They're just white guy fists. But what we will take a look at is his cane, because it's very fancy. I mean, as it should be. He's a Kingpin after all. Got a nice little diamond thingy up there with some nice gold punched throughout. Looks really nice, and you could just slide it in his hand. You can hold it like that, which looks good. Could probably take it out, fudge it more into his hand from underneath to get it looking like that. I didn't try my hardest to get that to go well, but yeah, it's cool. But when you put it in hand, it doesn't fully reach the ground, but it's still cool that he has accessories. And yeah, this is Daredevil from the show, of course. This is him from Hawkeye. But I will say one thing about this figure is it doesn't look like him from Hawkeye in the slightest. He is small. Like here he is next to Daredevil, and he was big. This looks like how he would be in the actual Daredevil show, not Hawkeye, because they made him bigger in Hawkeye to, you know, be more comic accurate. And this just looks like how he looked in Daredevil, which, I mean, isn't bad, because that's still technically a look, but when you put it next to some other characters, it's like, oh, he should have been bigger. So hopefully we get, like, 100% new sculpt for him in Echo, or Daredevil Born Again, or hopefully Spider-Man 4. I've heard stuff saying that's going to be street-level movie, and Hawkeye, Echo, Daredevil, that's all going to build to that Spider-Man movie. That would be awesome. But take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, we'll talk about Kingpin first, because there's not much. It's just the suited body. And I'm not even 100% sure this isn't just mostly Happy Hogan. I don't own that figure, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say the entire body is Happy Hogan, because I think the legs are new. And the head is obviously new. But yeah, it's just a white suit. But let's get into that likeness, because it's interesting. Because it looks like the actor. Like, it looks like, I want to say Vincent D'Onofrio. I could be completely wrong. Like, it looks like him. But also, part of it's like, he kind of got, like, slight baby face, and he's got no emotion. Like, they should have made him, like, scowling. Kind of like how they made the Green Goblin figure, like, the big grin, or Miss Marvel with a smile. They should have... He's got such a neutral expression that it's kind of lame. I mean, it's oddly coming off better on camera than it is in person. It looks oddly better on camera, but I feel like they should just have him with a more of a scowling face, like he has on the packaging. On the packaging, he has a scowling face. On here, it's just a slight frown, kind of like he's sad, like, watching Vanessa die or something. Does she die in the show? I know she dies in Spider-Verse. That's all I know about Kingpin, is from Spider-Verse and the games, but I'm pretty sure she's dead. That's probably why he's sad. At least he, proportionally could, use the restroom, unlike Spider-Verse Kingpin, which I want a figure of. Give it to us. But yeah, and then he's just got, he's bald. He's got the bald going on. And then it's just a suit. This is a plastic overlay, of course, just picked out in white. Looks nice. Then you got the black undershirt. No tie, even though the packaging had him adjusting the tie, and I kind of had him doing that with the pose in the beginning. It's probably... In Daredevil's like, get a load of this guy. He's adjusting a non-existent tie. Then his arms are reused from the thicker suited body arm. Not too bad. It's just... They are a bit wrinklier than the rest of the suit, which is interesting. Also, only holding it together with one button's crazy. Some pockets here. Again, nothing too exciting. And then just some pantsuit legs. Got some seam going down. They are purple, which is interesting. Nice little standout color. And then he got his fancy shoes. And yeah, like I said, there's not much to talk about. He's also got two open hands. And one is in and out, and one's up and down, but the up and down's at a weird angle, which is interesting. And that's about it for Kingpin. Like I said, there's not much going on here. He oddly, though, stands at an angle. I don't know why. Maybe it's just mine. But yeah. It's not a bad figure, but it could be better. I want to bring in a figure. It's from the Fortnite line. R.I.P. by the way. Glad Hasbro bought the rights to that line just to drop only half of the series being cool figures, the other half being absolute garbage character choices, and then just canceling it. That's nice. But hey, there's hope, because Jazzwares is making a weekend figure for Fortnite, which, by the way, is just the most insane statement that there's an action figure of the weekend. But hopefully that means that Jazzwares got the license back, because Hasbro made better Fortnite figures. But at least Jazzwares would have kept making them. Anyway, tangent aside, Fortnite Brutus, bringing him in, Ghost Brutus. This is how big Kingpin should have been. No, maybe not the scrawny legs, but, this is the size Kingpin should have been. Because, isn't that, more menacing? And you can take their heads off. And although he has, a neck covered with, cloth, and the ball joint doesn't fit perfectly, you can kind of get a Kingpin look. It looks goofy, because it's an animated body and a tiny little head. But wouldn't, a Kingpin this size just be better? Also way more accurate, because this was around the size he was in Hawkeye. You could probably do some wild custom to get it to work, but I'm just saying, hopefully the next Kingpin is accurately sized. That being said, this one isn't bad. It's just undersized. But articulation-wise, it's a bunch of hair. He's got a dumbbell joint at the head, which looks up that far, down that far, bobs, rotates, hinges out that far, rotates, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. Already went over the hands. If there is a torso joint, you're not moving it. This isn't moving anywhere. This is just traffic coning the whole thing. But he does have a waist joint. Legs kick that far forward, not really far back. They can do the splits. Not bicep swivel, thigh swivel, which I will say kind of gets a little loose. And with the waist joint, at least on this one's a bit loose, things get misaligned pretty easily. Double jointed knee. Dang, he is cracking. up and down at the ankle, and a rocker. So he's got, well, pretty much all the articulation you really need from a guy in a suit. And now, Daredevil. This figure, I heard interesting things. I believe it's decently rare. I'm not too sure. I didn't look into it because I wasn't really desperately wanting a Daredevil. I was just like, oh, it's here. I've heard it's a pretty rare figure. I'm gonna buy it. Now, I bought it used, so there's a bit of a loosey-goosiness and no accessories. I believe he came with an unmasked head, and of course his sticks. I don't know the proper term for them. Nightsticks. I don't know. Batons. I don't know. But he don't have them. And I was like, I was gonna buy him anyway because I heard that there's probably gonna be a figure for him from She-Hulk and Born Again, but it's probably gonna be a whole new sculpt, hopefully. And it won't be this suit, so I was like, why not? Why not, right? And those figures are probably going to be a while away anyway. And this figure's pretty cool. At first, I was like, he's kind of got odd proportions, but I've got used to it. And as my first ever Daredevil figure, he's pretty cool. Taking a closer look at Mr. Matt Murdock in the flesh. The head sculpt is pretty good. Got some nice paint with some slight 5 o'clock shadow. This was still in the early days, I believe, of the photo, printing, so his lips do look a bit bodacious, but it still looks good. I'm gonna up the brightness a bit. He's got a nice texture on the suit, and the mask looks really good. It's got a lot of nice sculpt. And down to the back, you got some nice texture throughout. Some just black cutting through the design. The front, no giant D on the chest, but maybe we'll get that one day. Still looks pretty cool. Got some nice silver punch throughout. Arms got some nice detail. Seen a lot of people take US Agent and make a custom Daredevil, and it actually looks pretty good. You got his little gauntlets here. Again, these hands definitely were made to hold stuff, but he don't have anything, so it's rough. But he does look pretty cool. I almost said pretty good and cool at the same time. Although I will say, he is flat as hell back there. And, don't like that. He does have his holster, so if you did have them, you could holster them on the side. Got some more detail, some nice straps there, down to his boots. Looking pretty nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for him. Again, don't got any of his accessories. And I will say, I decided to get this instead of the No Way Home one, but I feel like this one's head sculpt looks better than the No Way Home one. Is it just me, or does the No Way Home one look absolutely nothing like the actor? The name is slipping my mind. Charlie Cox. I got it. But I feel like it looks absolutely nothing like him. Nothing like him. I've seen people take the glasses off, still looks nothing like him. That's just me. I don't know if anyone's made that acknowledgement, but yeah. Anyway, articulation-wise, he has a ball hinge at the head, looks up that far, looks down that far, rotates, hinges out that far, rotates, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, hands rotate and hinge in and out, ab crunch which moves that far back and that far forward, waist rotation, legs kick that far forward, and no back even though he's flat as hell. And he can do the splits pretty well. Thigh rotation, double jointed knee, ankle just straight up rotates, which is wild, then hinges up and down, and a rocker. So for the time, he had some pretty good articulation. Hopefully, if they make him again, Born Again, they will give him the Spidey treatment with the crunch and the diaphragm. But hopefully, no drop down hips. No drop down hips. Please, God, no. I can't go through it again. But yeah, time for some comparisons now. I'm going to try to split them apart so it's not centered. I try to center them on the table but the camera's not centered with the table. But yeah, and for our average comparisons, bringing in Moon Knight, would love to see this trio. That'd be awesome. And they look really cool together. They both have the same vibe. Hopefully, we get a Moon Knight Season 2, and hopefully it's rated the same as Daredevil, so we can actually get that insane violence. Please. And for the average comparisons, here they are next to an average Black Series scale figure. This is my deformed clone trooper. And yeah, they are both towering over that guy. And for a Transformers Voyager class comparison, here they are next to, not Revenge of the Fallen, Rise of the Beasts. Wrong. Our Transformers movie. Rise of the Beasts, Optimus Prime, who I need to review, because this is one of the best Transformers figures I've ever owned. And for a 7-inch scale comparison, here they are next to Jazzwares. This wasn't the figure I was holding, but the Jazzwares Halo Master Chief from Halo 3 towers over them, but should be expected. Master Chief's a big boy. And from the critically acclaimed movie, which is just wiping the box office right now, the McFarlane DC Black Manta. If I do see that movie, it's legitimately only for Black Manta and the possibility of Aquaman's child getting murdered. But yeah, oh yeah, and the two other ones, and the couple other ones I was gonna show. Oh yeah, here's Brutus again. Again, way better size for him. And here he is next to next to previous review. I don't know why I threw an hour in there. Green Goblin. Go check that one out. That one's a pretty awesome figure. Knocks both of these guys out the park. If you're going to get a figure, get this guy. And here he is. Here they are. There's multiple of them. Next to She-Hulk. Another really solid figure. And it kind of works. I mean, he had yellow. But they look pretty good together. Hiccup. He definitely does make this figure look a little outdated, though. And finally, the No Way Home Final Swingsuit, Spider-Man. Hopefully, we get this trio in live action in the next Spider-Man movie. Also, go check out that review, because there's a lot of stuff about that figure, and that vid low-key flopped. But, like my boy Gary back in high school said, it is what it is. Anyway, do I recommend these figures? Daredevil might be getting a new figure soon, so if he's a little pricey, I'd probably wait. And if you despise the She-Hulk suit and hate it with a passion, then try to get this guy, because it's actually a pretty decent figure, especially for the time. Because what is it? What is this? Is it 5 years old? Oh my god. There's no way 2018, 2019 was 5 years ago. That's mentally insane. It feels like 2 years ago. COVID ruined time. But yeah, and this figure is alright. It's not phenomenal. I'll say it right now, it's perfectly average. It's like, figure's not bad, but looking at it, you could be like, they could have done so much better. Mostly giving him a full new sculpt, correct size, and give him the proper suit he wore in the show. And hopefully for Born Again, and why does this look like it's, there we go. And hopefully for Born Again, Echo, and hopefully Spider-Man, because I believe he appears at least in the first two. We get a proper sized figure, and just for fun, make the Spider-Verse figure too. Make him like a Baffer Deluxe. I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Why has no company made that? Come on. Everyone would buy that just for the pure memes of it. And this Daredevil figure, like I said, if you're willing to wait for the She-Hulk one, or one from Echo, do it, because I heard he's a bit pricey. But if you are so inclined to just need a Daredevil figure from the MCU now, or just hate the She-Hulk design and just want the Netflix version, I do recommend this guy, because he's actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's about it for our Christmas review. Ironically, this video is shorter than the vids where I reviewed one singular figure. But yeah, again, hopefully you had a wonderful holiday. And now, because my guitar's next to me, I'm going to pathetically attempt to play what I was playing earlier on guitar. I was going like... kind of fumbled it in the end there. Yeah, I'm learning to play guitar. And my finger missed the string in the end there. No, we'll try it again. We'll try it again. No, why not, right? We go. There we go. So much cleaner. Hopefully you heard that. It's really quiet. It's my electric guitar. I just don't have it plugged in. Yeah, so if there's guitar videos, then you know why now. I'm trying to learn Will of the People by Muse, and it's going decently well. I'd play it, but I don't know if I'd get copyright striked or not. But yeah. Took a weird tangent here, not gonna lie. I kind of want to play it, though. I don't know. I'll hold back. Save it for something later. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you had a oof, rough. That was rough. My vocal cords need replenished. But like I said, hopefully you had a wonderful holiday or day. Again, I don't know what you do, and I respect what you do, because hey, we all live in life here. We're all on this floating rock, flying through space, where at any moment we could all die from either nuclear war, or a giant rock, or a solar flare, or, anything. Or the moon's like, hey, I'm gonna get a little closer to y'all. Or the moon's gonna be like, hey, I'm just gonna leave y'all. Anything can happen. So, appreciate it. Appreciate your family. Appreciate the people you love. Also appreciate all of you coming and checking out my channel. We're almost at 100 subscribers. No, it's small, but we're working. We're working hard. That's our goal. And thank you all for the views this year. We've actually had some pretty successful videos, and I'm thankful for all of you. And yeah, go check out my Instagram, MoonKnightXO. Talk to me there. Sneak peeks on either figures I'll review or figures that will never see a day in front of my camera. But still. And hopefully I can get that 2099 reviewed. I just don't know how to do the setup because my setup's scuffed and the figure's tall. But yeah. I will be gone for a week, so this is probably going to be the last video of the year, so also have a Happy New Year. I'll do my top 10 figures of the year when I get back, and it's going to be a spicy list because I got a lot of great stuff this year, and we're going to start off 2024 strong. I got a Mafex Spider-Man coming in the mail. It's going to be lit. But yeah, hope you had a wonderful holiday, and hope you have a wonderful new year, and just a wonderful next year. I hope the channel flourishes, and my guitar skills get better, and my keyboard skills, because I also got that too. So yeah, that's about it. Have a blessed day, and hopefully your lives are going better than these guys. When I was a boy. Sorry, I had to. Anyway, peace.